Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I'm going to have to get used to saying something new because I have been used to saying, welcome back to Minecraft 1 point something. Of course, now we're on to 1.10, but this is different. So welcome back to another episode of our Feed the Beast Unstable 1.9.4 Let's Play. That's what we're going to have to say. This is going to be really hard to do. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really good day. I'm just chilling out. I've been playing off and on for the past couple of days. And I started doing some stuff. All right. I've done a lot of off-screen mining. I've done a lot of other things. And I was actually getting to work on a different project. And I was just like, why don't I bring the peeps with me? So I thought I'd bring you guys in. So what I have been doing is I have been I did a bunch of off-screen mining, which we're going to show you guys that in a little bit. I have been trying to plan out what I want to do. And while I'm digging, hold on. Minecraft sounds, that's loud in my ears. I don't know if it's loud on you guys. We're going to go master volume. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, good. So crap, it's turning nighttime. Oh, bedness. I don't have my bed. Okay, maybe Tio is going to sleep because if it turns nighttime while I'm out here, no, I'm not even going to risk it because nighttime is like the most deadliest of deadliest things ever for 1.9. My only tip for you guys, especially for the newbies who have never played 1.9 Minecraft, sleep during the night because if you don't, you will literally die within minutes. It's not even minutes, within like 30 seconds. Something's going to kill you because it's everywhere. So yeah, that's my Valentine pro tip for today. But I've done a ton of off-screen mining and check it out. I was going to get it sooner or later. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of off-screen mining. I have not found a single diamond, which is really, really, it's hurting my ego, man. I thought I was like a diamond pro, or at least a Minecraft pro diamonds and stuff. Anyways, so I've been doing a lot of mining. I've got a lot of really good resources online. I've got all of this stuff, all of these ores just kind of sitting here. Now, I wanted to get these and I wanted to maximize my output when it comes to ores. A lot of you know that kind of stuff. I want to double my ores. I don't want to just smelt them and only getting one ingot. I want to make sure that I have the most efficient thing possible. But unfortunately, this mod pack does not have thermal expansion. And I also put a farm down here. I was running low on food, and I felt really bad because I kept taking Tio's food. So yeah, we got a farm now, which is really good, and I like this farm. And boom, 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 boom. Good, because that melon needs to grow there. Okay, good. So anyways, yeah, I put that farm down here, and now we're starting to get all right on food, kind of. No, we're not. It's terrible. This needs to speed up. But anyways, in the future, we'll probably expand that and make it better looking, yeah, stuff like that. So today, I want to jump into trying to duplicate my ores. Now, since there's no thermal expansion, and there is really... there's two different options I could have gone with, and I've already chosen which one I'm going to do just because of the fact that I feel like it's going to be more beneficiary to me in the future. So there's two different ways I could do it. I could either go through Tinker's Construct and then use the smeltery to duplicate my ores, or I could go through IC2 and then use their machines to duplicate my ores. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, I've got some rubber saplings, but I want to go ahead and jump straight into IC2 and use that as an ore duplication, or at least use their machines for ore duplication. So if you guys don't know, because I know I was getting some comments. By the way, thank you guys for sitting down with me today. I really do appreciate it because I know you guys don't have to, but I'm glad that you did. I didn't forget about that. But I was reading through some comments from last episode. By the way, last episode, you guys showed out your buttloads. Well, you guys showed out great support on last episode, so thank you guys so much for all that. Thank you guys for loving that first episode, because I was a little afraid. I was a little apprehensive about starting something that really isn't like... I mean, modded 1.9 is a thing, but it's not like a developed thing. It's still way up in the air whether or not it's even going to grow and be it's going to produce a lot of stuff for it, which I really hope it does, because I personally like it so far. I've seen Oh my goodness. T.O. Lone Wolf, by the way, he's up there. He's not doing videos, which is unfortunate. I would give him such a shout out because T.O. Lone Wolf is like a boss with mods. And he just flies through through mods. And he did that through Infinity Evolved. And he's been flying through both Blood Magic and Botania. And the server itself has only been open for, I think, about a week. And Tio has been flying through these mods, and I've been watching him do it, and I'm just like, what is this? What is this witchcraft? Like, I could see, I've seen his blood magic stuff, and that stuff is completely different. I can't wait to jump into that. I know Botania has been changed a lot. I know we don't have a mod list, which is really unfortunate. So I can't like pull down a mod list and show you guys what is in this mod pack. I guess I could go through the actual quote unquote. It's not NEI. It's not that. It's a different mod that puts this on the right hand corner of my screen. I can't think of what it is, but there are a lot of really good mods. Like, look at this. This is all blood magic stuff. I don't even know what any of this stuff does, which is kind of cool. Look at this. Living armor. What are you? I mean, that's really cool. And then there's a lot of stuff for Botania. I know they put in a bunch of new stuff for Botania. That's all Botania blocks and Botania flowers. By the way, I was talking to T.O. about this, but it's apparently a lot harder to find these flowers than it used to be. And I just kind of noticed it when he brought it up to me, but I haven't seen very many flowers from Botania. So they must have did that on purpose so that you have to use the in-game items for Botania to find the flowers. Oh, look at that. The models look so good. Oh, I can't wait. So anyways, of course we got Chiseled in here. I know we have Ender IO that's in here. Ooh, the dark stuff looks cool. Oh, that stuff looks really cool. Oh, I want to play with that too. I need the magnet, by the way. I really want a magnet. I want it so badly. Of course, we have Forestry that's in here. IC2, like I said earlier, we have in here. IC2 really is the only technology mod that we have in here right now. I know we have Advanced Generators in here, not Advanced Solars, but Advanced Generators. And I know there's no Applied Energistics, which is really sad. This is all Pam's Harvest Craft. Let me look. There's this new mod called Reliquary. It's very familiar. I've heard of Reliquary before, but I've never used it. There's something called Refined Storage, so maybe that's the replacement for Applied Energistics. I don't know. I've never used it. It's got floppy disks. Apparently, we're going back to the 90s. Oh, yeah. Any of you, I want to know. I know a lot of you probably do, but any of you ever used a floppy disk? I can say definitely for me, I have never used one, but I've seen them before. I know what it is, but I've never personally used one. They kind of faded out as I started getting into computers back when I was in middle school. So they were starting to fade out and starting to move to more hard drive space and flash drives and stuff like that, and like flash storage. Of course, we see Tinker's Construct is in here. A lot of cool Tinker's Construct stuff. And then other things from that mod. What are you? Is Tio behind me? Tio is definitely behind me. Oh, what the heck are you doing? Who are you? What do you have? Oh! Oh, he's got the horniness. I was wondering what that was. Oh, that's awesome. Yay, dirt. Give me dirt. And he's got a magnet. I hate him. He knows I want a magnet so badly. But anyway, so today I want to create a little area so that I could start farming. So I can start farming rubber for the Ender, well, not the Ender IO, but for the IC2 things. So what I'm going to do is I am going to flatten out this area. I have talked long enough, and I'm going to get some things going, and I'll see you guys in a little bitty bit. Alright guys, welcome back. So, I've been doing a little bit of work, and check it out. Look at this. I have 2 lines of rubber trees. Now, we can jump into phase 2. But, I was re-listening to my the audio from, the last clip, and I realized I never answered a question. Well, I never continued doing... I am not Englishing right now. It's too late. It's like 2 in the morning right now. I'm not even lying. It's 2 a.m. But I didn't finish a comment that I made. So we're going to actually jump into that really quickly. By the way, I don't think I'm going to be using these. So if anybody on the server, whether it's Nipson or TO, or they need some, we have a whole list of server members. By the way, the server's private. Just I'll say it now because I know people are going to ask, but it's a private server for Hypermine. But anyways, if anybody on the server wants these, go for it. I don't think I'm going to use them. Anyways, so jumping right into what I was saying was I was noticing some people were commenting this on last episode, and I wanted to bring it up as a question for this episode. And the question was whether or not I should use this, well, whether or not I should talk more about the stuff that I'm doing. So if you guys know, I have played modded for a very, very long time. I have played it through 1.6. I started way back from Feed the Beast Unleashed. And I played through that. I went from 1.5 to 1.6 to 1.7, and then we stayed in 1.7 forever, and then now we're in 1.9. So I've done this a lot. And of course, with 1.9, a lot of stuff has changed. So I'm going to be relearning a lot of stuff. So, but my question for you guys was, I know a lot of you are Feed the Beast or modded Minecraft pros just like I am, but I want to know how many of you guys are newbies at this? How many of you guys are just now jumping into modded Minecraft because now it's like 1.9, or maybe you actually were doing 1.7 and or before that, and you're just now kind of getting into 1.9. You want me to talk about more stuff. Now, I do want to say, I am definitely going to make this. I can see you. That is weird. I don't know if they added an animation for where it's growing, but I was hoping I would get more resin out of this. Hold on. And by the way, for IC2 trees, if you're wondering how to do this, I just kind of planted them and then I took out the leaves on the side. So these should still continue to grow. Well, still continue to produce rubber for me. See, look at that. It'll still continue to produce rubber without it shadowing it. That's not even a way of saying that, but I can easily access all corners of the tree while it's still producing rubber. So this is how I do it. But anyways, what I was saying was, if you guys are interested in me commenting more and trying to explain more when it comes to modded, I know like last episode, when I was going through Tinker's Construct, I left out a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't show what I was doing because I know a lot of you know that stuff. But I was getting comments like from people who were, just getting into modding. They were like, "Why didn't you show this stuff off?" And I was like, maybe I should. So maybe I should ask that. For those of you who would like to, let me know. For those of you who don't, let me know. Just show me that's what the comment section's for. I'm gonna try to swing it both ways. If you catch my drift. Don't catch my drift. That was terrible. What is wrong with me? But anyways, I'm going to try to do both. I'm going to explain the things that I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, if it's something that's like super repetitive and I've done before a million times and I've done before in the series, I probably won't explain it again. But for a lot of the new stuff, especially whenever we get into blood magic, and I might take us over to Spawn. You know what? Let's go over to Spawn. And boom, now we're over at Spawn. It's the magic of video editing. So if you guys are, anyways, before I jump into some other topic, this is the reason why I brought you guys over here, was because this is blood magic. This is whatever this blood magic means to this 1.9. I don't even know what any of this stuff is. I don't know if this stuff is needed. I don't know what this is. This is called an Ascension Altar. It's a thing that TO has created through magic. Is whatever that is. And Botania, of course, hasn't really changed that much in the beginner steps, but there are a lot of new stuff that they added through Botania. This is the thing. It looks super cool. Now, when we get into this kind of stuff, I am probably going to have to recruit help from either wikis or people like TO. I don't know. We might have to, who knows? Maybe I'll have TO in a video trying to explain this stuff to me because I absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But for those of you, I just wanted to put this out because it was actually on my mind as I was walking over here. For all the new people who are coming by and have never if this is like one of their very first videos that I've ever seen of me, I do want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. I have literally no planning involved in any of my episodes. I'm very sporadic. I do what I do what I want to do. I don't have like a set in, like I have objectives that I want to get done, but I'm very jumpy around whenever I try to get to there. I don't have like a set path that I try to take. I just kind of freelance my way to getting things done, and that's just how I am. So yeah. A lot of the old peeps and the super peeps will attest to that, and we'll be able to show you and tell you guys that's how it is. So hopefully that you enjoy that. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I don't know where that came from. A lot of you, no one's ever complained about that. Yeah, let's get back on to working. All right, so I've been sitting in here in the menu for a little bit trying to figure out what I'm going to do in order to get into IC2. So with IC2, there are machines and stuff, but unfortunately, I'm going to need to power those machines. A lot of you already know that, and of course I do, but I just wanted to reiterate that for anybody who didn't. But I'm going to need to figure out a way to power a lot of my machines. Now, we used to, if you guys remember through Infinity Evolved, we always use solars, but unfortunately we don't have advanced solars in this mod pack, so I won't be able to use, like the ultimate hybrids and stuff like that. So the only solar panel that we actually have at our disposal is, I do believe, the IC2 just regular solar panel, which produces 1 EU a tick, which is nowhere near anywhere close to anything that I need. What are you? You're something else, I don't know what you are, maybe. Interesting. I might have to look into that. I don't know what this is. I know these are, I'm pretty sure, even if this is, I'm pretty sure it's just going to, what is GP? That is very interesting. Maybe I'll have to look into that in the future for extra utilities too. Never heard of GP before, but these only produce RF, so I need EU. So unfortunately, I won't be able to use any of this stuff for the machines that I'm going to be creating. So I don't want to use solar panels through IC2 just because they are very underpowered. So I have a feeling I'm just going to have to end up using my regular generators. Now, for right now, that's fine, but in the future, that's going to become a problem because, of course, with power draw and the fuel consumption, which I'm going to be using a lot of coal. If I can get a tree farm going, I can have charcoal powering these things. But in the future, I would like to upgrade that to maybe geotherms. But unfortunately, in this pod, I'm going to say unfortunately a lot because this is 1.9. And a lot of stuff hasn't been updated. So we don't have any way of pumping lava. I mean, we don't have like endothermic pumps, and we also don't have what's it called? We don't have Buildcraft, so I can't even use, even if, dang, that really stinks. So I can't use pumps for that. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get around geotherms. And then, of course, there's other power sources like nuclear power that we could be using in the future. Definitely we'll be getting into that. We never did that in Infinity Evolved. Looks like we're going to have to here because it's one of the better power sources because we don't have big reactors. And a lot of other cool machines and stuff for IC2. So I'm basically, what my plan is for right now is I'm going to go create a bunch of generators and get that going so that we can have power to power the 2 machines that I'm going to be making today. All of this is to power 2 machines so I can have ore processing, which is I'm going to need a macerator. Macerator. Where are you, Mr. Macerator? But I'm going to need a macerator and I'm going to need an electronic furnace. And those 2 are going to automatically duplicate my ores through crushing them into dust and then furnacing them into ingots, which is really good. So I've got a lot of crafting to do. Luckily now I have rubber, so I can make all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, all of the crafting. I am so happy. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've been working a little bit longer on some things, and check it out. So I've got everything crafted, and I didn't say this before we started this, and there's a reason why. Let me go ahead and face you guys. But you and I both know, me and you, we've been through this for a while. For most of you, I'm going to say that you have. And you know IC2's track record. Now, we all know that IC2 doesn't have the greatest of track records when it comes to not being buggy. So I didn't want to say this when I started because I didn't want to jinx myself, but if I can make it through this entire thing without IC2 breaking itself, I will be one happy man. I may or may not have broken something. We'll have to see. But anyways, so this is here. So I've got my 2 generators, and then I made the macerator and the electric furnace. This thing is going to be macerating my stuff into dust, which is then going to be smelted through this. So right now, this is what I've got in my inventory, some hammers and some stuff. I had to do a lot of crafting. It wasn't any fun, but I got it done. So now I need to do something really quickly. I need to make upgrades for these things because unfortunately these things do not dispense items and take in items willy-nilly. They have to have upgrades for them, and I'm hoping, okay, good, I didn't look in there, but I'm glad that they still have their upgrader slots. So I'm going to need to make 2 different things. I'm going to need to make something called an eject upgrade and a push upgrade. So luckily one of them is going to be a hassle, but I think I can get some slime. So this one's going to need some tin plates and then a piston, and the other one's going to need tin plates and a sticky piston. So if I had any idea how to make dense tin plates, I could make 9 of them at a time, but unfortunately there is no crafting recipe for it. So that is a thing. But so that is what I'm going to be doing now. So really quickly, pistons, of course, are really easy to make. I need to go look at something. Now, I know... Hold on. Before I go over there, let me just make sure that I don't have any slime on me. I don't. So I'm going to need to go grab some slime. So that is what my objective is now. So what I am now going to have to go do, I wanted to bring you guys in and show you guys... Oh, you. No! Oh, God. Anyways, before I run over there, I want to show you what I found was Buggy. So with IC2... there is wiring, of course. There's the only wiring through IC2 is through using cables. Now, since I don't know if it's an ID issue or if it's an entity issue, because whenever you have a conduit in your hand, let's just say we're using, well, actually it's cable, not conduit, different thing. But let's say if we have this cable in my hand, it is considered an entity and it has an ID number. And when I place it on the ground, it has its own ID and its own entity number. So they didn't set something right and something broke. So it turns into an invalid block. Yeah, I don't exactly know what this means. So I'm hoping, I really hope this works. Please make this machine turn on, because if these don't connect, all of this is for nothing. Yes, it still works. Awesome. I didn't know. Okay, good. Oh, crisis averted. Because I placed one of these on the ground by accident, and I immediately regretted my entire decision. So yes, it works. Crisis averted. So good. So basically, this whole chain of things is the cable itself, but it doesn't look like a cable for some reason, because Buggy 1.9 is still Buggy. So that's the thing. So what I'm going to do, this English thing is not working. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go grab some slime, make those upgrades, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Piece of copper ore gets put into the macerator, and then we wait about 6 to 7 years to get this thing to go through. And anytime today would be nice. Sweet. Okay, so then that goes into here, and so then this turns and goes into here. Sweet, so it works. Awesome. So, okay, welcome back, everybody. So I was making sure this worked before I said it's going to work. Yeah, so what this is doing is what it is taking items from the macerator and then putting them into the electric furnace, like I said earlier, because it has its 2 upgrades. Now, this thing doesn't need to have upgrades because this thing is prioritizing its upgrades by pulling from the first available inventory. Now, if I had something in here that could be smelted, then it would become a problem. Let's say if I have cobblestone, this thing is going to prioritize this chest and say, holy crap, let's pull out of it. Well, that's not the right words for it, but it's going to then take it out of the chest and then electric furnace it and then put it back into the chest. Now, what is keeping it from putting the stone into the macerator is a different question. Now, I think the game code prioritizes certain directions over others. Now, I stuttered through that because I guarantee that's wrong. But these machines are facing south, and something about south seems to change things. I don't know why. If any of you have any more explanations on that, let me know in the comment section. But this is now working, which is good. So what I am going to now do is do something really simple. Is I am going to make 2 different chests. I'm going to do bam and then bam. And you guys have seen this before, but I'm going to make one of these into a hopper. Bam. And I'm going to take this chest. No, gimme. That was weird. Hey, look, Buggy 1.9 is still Buggy. Go figure. So I'm going to stick this hopper onto there. I'm going to take you out. Give me you. And the hopper is spitting stuff. There we go. So then I'm going to stick you there so it's still having power. And I'm going to put this chest right here. So now we have now we are going to daisy chain that sucker. And we are going to automatically smelt our ores. Yay! Bam, 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 baggity, bam, bam, bam. There we go. So now as long as we have power, this thing is going to daisy chain from this chest to this hopper to this machine to this other machine to this chest, which is a perfect system. Now it looks weird because of these conduits, but it's pretty much the same as we always do. Now there's only two problems with this, and I haven't run into this problem yet. So in the event that I macerate an ore, let's just say I macerate iron ore. All right, then that iron ore is going to turn into 2 crushed iron ore or iron dust or whatever. Then this electric furnace is then going to furnace that into ingots. Now, in the event that this doesn't have, or in the event that it messes up, and I don't know if the cardinal directions have anything to do with this. Again, it's something that's over my head as of this point. But this electric furnace has 2 different options that it can spit out that item. It can either take that iron ingot and put it into the chest, which is good, which is what's supposed to happen. But I've seen this in the past, and I haven't seen it yet. And now I don't know if it's because they fixed it or if it's because of cardinal directions. But it can take that iron ore and then put it back into the macerator, which will then take that ingot and then turn it into a dust, and then it will automatically put that back into the electric furnace. And then what's going to end up happening is it's going to then flip-flop that back and forth and then stop the entire system from working. Now, that would only happen either at the very end or, well, at the very end of all of this stuff going through, because this is constantly going to be feeding ores into this slot, so then that won't become an issue. Or if you're only doing like a couple things at a time. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal unless it messes up in a way that I'm not thinking of. So I just thought I would run that through. IC2 is not in any way, shape, or form the best mod when it comes to doing this. I personally prefer doing thermal expansion just because there's more configurable options. And even even Ender IO is really good at that stuff nowadays. But unfortunately, neither of those is in 1.9. So we're doing what we have, or we're using what we got. So that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a lot of talky stuff, and I thought there was a lot of stuff that I really wanted to bring up and really talk about, especially with 1.9 being very new. There are still bugs that need to be fixed. Clearly behind me, there are still bugs that need to be fixed, but it's still pretty stable, even though this is considered unstable. It's a thing. I'm still having a ton of fun, and hope you guys are as well, guys. Don't forget, always don't forget, if you hated this video, you know where to put it, but if you didn't enjoy, do not forget to hit the like button, guys. As I said before, you guys did amazing on episode 1. I'd love it to see if we could do just as good on episode 2. I don't put like goals on my videos anymore. We were doing that for a while, and you guys kept crushing the like goals, which was crazy. But I don't ever like putting a like goal because I always feel like it's not something I like doing. But anyways, enough with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know, like I said earlier, it was a lot of talkity stuff, but I had a lot of fun doing it nonetheless. So yeah, don't forget to post any questions, comments, or smart marks in the comment section down there. I love hearing from you guys. It's currently 2:30 in the morning, and I am going to go crash. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and hope all of you have a great and wonderful rest of your day. I have a feeling this series is going to be a lot of fun. And I just saw something in this machine-wise that's not going to work. I'll have to fix it later. See you guys. Put it down in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. Something's not hooked up.